So last night while I was watching the meteor shower, I did a journal entry for day 22 of my Matriarch Emerges branding for the world. And this is the path carved by pain, right? The path carved by pain does not lead to freedom. It leads to understanding. And understanding, that's true freedom. I've walked through lifetimes barefoot, ash on my soles, moonlight on my crown. I've been smoke and I've been salt water, fire and forgiveness, mother and maiden and the storm. And in this life I've returned as a goddess incarnate to remember the world was taught to forget women. Tonight, under the new moon in Libra, the scales tremble between silence and song for me. Balance is not peace, it's practice. The moon hides her face, but her stillness speaks to me in ways I can only feel. Darkness tonight isn't absence, it's initiation. It's the womb before the word, right? And I too have learned to wait, not in weakness, but in wisdom. Because the sacred takes its time. Even the stars had to trust the silence before their light came. I learned this truth alone, in rooms that echoed my own breath, in meditations that lasted until dawn, when the only hum of the universe was the silence that answered back. Music became my prayer. Beats became my heartbeat. Every verse I write is communion. Every rhyme is a revelation. I found God not in a temple of stone, but in the vibration of the bass line, the crackle of the vinyl, the whisper of inspiration in the darkness when I wrote. And when the world became too small for my healing, I climbed into my Jeep Iris, doors off, T-tops off, and I drive beneath the endless Texas sky. The hum of her tires became a mantra to me the last few years, steady like the drum beat, and holy as my hymns in church when I was a little girl. Wind tangles my hair like prayer flags. The road stretches open before me, and I remember, freedom isn't found in distance. Freedom is found in presence. I'm not running anymore. And I've been running since I was 12 years old. What I'm doing is I'm becoming. Out there on the highway, Source sat beside me. Stars blinked in rhythm to the lyrics that I haven't written yet. And I feel that. I know that. That sacred pulse of existence saying, you're not lost, beloved. You're not lost, Spryte. It's okay, Mary. You're learning to map your life. From that place of solitude, the sacred six has been born. Each goddess is a mirror, each key a frequency of remembrance. Hecate is my teacher in the shadow. She's the keeper of the crossroads. She carries the keys. She showed me that endings are simply doorways, dressed up in disguise. Kali is the destroyer and my deliverer. She burned away all illusions, and only truth remains in my life because of Kali. Isis, Iris, my healer. She taught me how to love, and that what was broken can stay broken without needing to be whole. Brigid, my Irish fire goddess, the poet smith. She put fire back in my throat chakra and rhythm back into my hands. And Athena, Athena, my favorite, the strategist. She sharpened my intellect with her sword, reminded me that logic and intuition are twin flames, not opposites. And of course, Gaia, the Earth Mother. She steadied my heartbeat to the drumbeat of the world, so my heartbeat could line up with the world. The sacred six goddesses are my compass, my curriculum. Each one lives within me, a harmony of creation, destruction, wisdom, and rebirth. In the language of psychology, we call this integration, the merging of shadow and self, the end of the inner war. It's the therapy of truth. It's choosing not to reject the wound, but to learn the dialect of the wound. See, I went to college for psychology to understand me. Carl Jung said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate. It's not fate. But I have made my fate, my friend. We meet on those big, long Texas roads. She rides shotgun in Iris. We laugh about my life lessons and talk about timing. And she says, you've earned this piece of me, this piece with the Texan. And I nod because I do. Pain was never my punishment. It was my professor. Solitude was my syllabus. And I graduated fluent in the language of self-trust. So tonight on the new moon, I build an altar in my mind, not of marble, but of memory. I place 6 keys before me, each humming with goddess frequency: silver for Hecate, obsidian for Kali, lapis for Isis, copper for Bridget, bronze for Athena, and emerald for Gaia. Each key opens a truth within me. Each truth leads me back to my source connection. You cannot break a woman who prays on bass lines. You cannot silence a goddess who meditates to her own heartbeat. And you cannot cage a soul who finds freedom in the hum of the tires under the Texas moon. The path of pain taught me empathy. Solitude taught me surrender. And music has taught me resurrection. I have sat in silence for months and called it therapy. I have screamed into beats and called it my prayers. I've cried behind the wheel of Iris while the horizon swallowed the sun, and I called that my communion. Because in those moments, it was just me and my source. No audience, no applause, no performance, just presence in the sound of my own healing, in my own becoming. Now I speak as one who remembers, as one who has driven through storms and found stillness in the eye of the storm, as one who has walked through betrayal and found blessing in my own breath. The path carved by pain was not meant to break me. It was meant to sculpt me into the balanced Aquarius you see today. So I stand beneath the Libra moon. I declare my equilibrium between giving and receiving, between speaking and listening, between doing and simply being. This is divine psychology, guys. The art of remembering who you were before the world told you otherwise. Hecate whispers, you are the torch. Kali smiles, you are the fire. Isis sings, you are the resurrection. Bridget hums, you are the poem. Athena declares, you are the reason. And Gaia, she breathes softly, you are the root. And I'm all of them. Every single fucking one. Wrapped up in rhythm, reborn in rhyme, rooted in reality. And I no longer fear silence. It's where I meet the divine. I no longer chase validation. My reflection in the window of Iris is proof enough of my value. Right? When I drive beneath Texas skies, doors off, soul open, I feel every goddess in the wind. They braid my hair with moonlight and whisper, keep going, Spryte. And I do. Because movement is medicine. Freedom is not found in escape. It's found in embrace. The hum of the tires, the rhythm of the road, the beat of my heart, they all speak the same language now. And they all spell one word: balance. So when they ask me what is freedom, I will not point to unbroken chains or open doors. I will point inward to the library of balance I built alone, to the meditation mats, the microphones that saved my fucking life, to Iris, the Texan, to the sacred hum of my own healing. I will point to understanding. So that's true freedom. I'm Spryte, the goddess of the mic, the witch of the wheel, the student of source, the voice of my sacred 6. And tonight in the new moon, I rise too in a Jeep named Iris, balanced, boundless, becoming. And I remember who I am. I remember what I am. I have new music out on all platforms. Spryte the Emcee. Spell it with a Y.